King Credit Services.
Big shout out to King Credit.
King Credit Services.
King Credit Services.
Shout out to King Credit Services.
King Credit Services, man.
Here at King Credit Services, we believe in changing lives, just like the clients you've seen. With over 150 five-star
King Credit Service.
Imagine a world where building your credit is simple and rewarding. Welcome to Kovo, your partner in financial success. At Kovo, we believe in making your dreams come true. From your first
Okay, next,
you want to do it again?
next time.
Let's do it next time.
We on the run now. Let's go. All right, Marie, what's going on? All right, let's go. All right, quick for my people that just came. All right, this is top 10 business laws you need to succeed. These aren't actual legal codes or nothing like that. These are just unwritten rules every successful entrepreneur needs to live by. All right, so the first three were take full ownership, build systems, not just hustle, play the long game. All right, let's get into the next three. All right. He said, look at swole, my boy. I appreciate you. All right. So number 4, marketing is your real business. Ooh, that's a good one. Marketing is your real business. All right. If you can't market, if people don't know, okay, let me get my thought. If people don't know who you are, where you're at, they're not gonna buy from you. It's real simple. People try to complicate the marketing. All right. I need a good camera. I need a editor. No. Get your phone, make some content, and go. All right. When it comes to ads and all that stuff, most people try to do ads way too early. Okay. Way too early in the process. Right. But marketing, that is your real business. All right. No business can survive without marketing. There's really no, there shouldn't be any pushback on that. All right. If they don't know you, they can't pay you. They don't know you, they can't pay you. All right. Master attention, offers, and follow up. Okay. Marketing is the first half. All right. Follow up is that second half. A lot of people are really good at marketing, but their follow up is horrible. Okay. You literally, in today's day and age, our attention spans are like goldfish. Okay. Like a couple seconds. All right. So once someone reaches out, makes a comment, shoots you a DM, calls you should not be missing any calls, right? Someone calls you, shoot you anything, right? Email, you need to be following up within 5 minutes. Okay. Us personally, depends on what type of, if it's an ad or a text message or something like that. If it's a text message, we're texting back within 20 seconds, right? This is not, if you wait too long, if they're a new lead, okay, if they don't know you or nothing like that, you take too long, that lead's gone. That sale is gone, right? And so marketing is your real business, right? But you have to add the follow up with it. Okay, you have to add the follow up with it. All right, quick detour. Victoria, what is a good personal credit score to have before applying for a business startup loan? There's really no such thing as a business startup loan. If we're talking about like a CDFI loan, that's a little different. I mean, I guess that can count as a business startup loan, but for CDFI loans, shoot, I've seen people get approved for those with 500s, right? So those are really made to help you. Those are usually a lot smaller, like 1,000 to maybe 25K, 50K or something like that. Just depends on where you're getting that CDFI loan from. But yeah, the better your score, the better rate you should get. But when it comes to business startup loans, like you're not going to Chase and getting a startup loan, so CDFI, you can do it that way, grants and stuff like that. But with the CDFI, yeah, your business score, your credit score don't even have to be that great, honestly. Okay, that's a good question, Victoria. That's a good question. And
so you regret bank or you don't want to do bank loans? Is what you're saying? Or
no, yeah, if you can, so you're not going to be able to even qualify for a bank loan unless you have, 2 years tax returns, revenue, banks, all that type of stuff.
Okay.
So, but a business startup loan, like you just started the business yesterday or a week ago, you got your
Because I know they do term loans.
Yeah,
at
term
banks,
loans.
that sort of thing. But that's like, I know for specific things like
Mhm.
equipment and
Yeah.
real estate and all that stuff. So,
But even for that, even term loans and stuff like that, equipment loans, you're gonna have to have great personal credit, and they still want you to have some revenue, maybe a year tax returns or something like that.
Mhm.
When it comes to business loans, man, they're not just giving that money away, without some documentation. All right, so that's a huge misconception we go through. But do not sleep on those CDFI loans, y'all. Those CDFI loans, whoo, they're really good. I'm actually trying to get a couple right now from San Diego Credit Union. Shout out to San Diego Credit Union and North Island Credit Union also. So yeah, but yeah, business startup loan. Ooh, that's those words put together don't really make that much sense. Angela, how to get a PLOC? A PLOC? What's that? Angela, what's up? You mean a HELOC? Angela? Bad Bird, how do I get started? If you're watching on TikTok, you can just shoot me a DM. Here, let me put it up for you. If you guys want a free consultation, you can hit us up, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you're at. Just shoot us a quick DM. If you're listening live, you want to schedule a free call, you want to get your credit right, you can reach out to us, 844-689-0199. All right, 0199. Personal line. Oh, just say a line of credit, LLC. Yeah, line of credit, a PLOC, a personal line of credit. Okay, I see what you're talking about. So you're going to have, just like you need, to get high limit credit cards, you're going to have a really, really good credit profile, right? Meaning some good open accounts that you applied for yourself, right? So personal, not authorized users, right? Primary accounts that you applied for yourself. Okay, so you're going to have a couple credit cards, maybe a loan or two, right? No negatives, low utilization, some good years on there that you can get qualified for pretty much whatever you want, right? They're looking at that profile, y'all, not the score. All right, let's get back into it. All right. You guys
I was just going to say that PLOC, I had to look that up too.
Yeah, I was like,
my wife does that all the time. She goes, Russell is not asleep, ATP. And I'm like, what is ATP?
What's ATP?
At this point, I'm like, okay, I got it now. Okay. LOL, OMG.
Yeah. I know the basic ones, the LOL, OMG.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Exactly.
I know all the extra acronyms. Yeah. That's funny, man. All right. So number 4 is marketing is your real business. All right. 5, obsess over feedback. This is a tough one. All right. Number 5 is a tough one because feedback means positive and negative. All right. Positive and negative. When you're depending on what industry you're in. So I'm in, financial, credit, that type of stuff. 99% is all positive feedback. But as business owners, right, this business is our baby. So when someone leaves a 1-star or 2-star, anything under a 5-star review, it hurts. Okay. So we got hundreds of 5-star reviews and probably like 3 1-star reviews. But those, I have nightmares about those 3, so you have to obsess over the feedback. Right. Growth comes from iteration, use client complaints and market silence as data. All right. Actually, one of those, like my first technically bad review was from a misunderstanding, right? that was why the T gave me. She actually went back and changed it from a 1-star to a 5-star after a couple months after she was working with us. But if you're not used to receiving any type of feedback, any type of criticism, you take everything as a jab, right? You take everything as a jab. So you can't put your feelings in when we're talking about business. Okay. So that was just a huge one you have to learn, and you can only learn it by going through it. You can't YouTube it. You can't ask ChatGPT. There's some things that you actually have to go through because you have to build that thick skin. Okay. And it takes a while. All right, entrepreneurs, it takes a while. Okay. So keep on going, man. So obsess over feedback, right? Example, a drop in conversion, isn't failure. It's a sign to test new lead magnets or a hook. So I literally just went through this. We actually just Restarted all of our ads on TikTok. They're not even running right now. We have to go all new lead magnets, all new videos and everything because the conversions were still good, but they dropped off a little bit. So anytime you see a drop off, you gotta switch something up, right? Your show up rates. If people are booking calls but they're not showing up to the consultation, that means there's something going on from when they booked that call between the actual consultation. So for us, right, we have a lot of booked calls, and it kind of comes with the industry too, right? People are very sporadic, so they will book a call and kind of forget about it, or they never really even planned on going to the consultation or something like that, right? Something can come up, whatever it is. So for us, I had to make like a kind of like a welcome video after they booked their call. 24 hours later, they'll get like a ringless voicemail. Then probably about 12 hours. Yeah, probably about 12 hours before their consultation, a video will be sent, kind of breaking down what we're going to go over during the consultation. So just those two little things right there improved our show up rate a lot. So yeah, there's some things that you have to go. So obsess over feedback. Solve problems, not just sell products. Solve problems, not just sell products. This is another one I had trouble with. Okay. I thought that, you help people out with their credit and people are going to come. They're just going to show up and everything's going to be all good. But, you kind of figure out like I wasn't really helping people, with their credit. I was solving a problem for them. So their problem was they weren't getting approved. They weren't getting approved for credit cards. They weren't getting approved for auto loans. They weren't getting approved for mortgages. They couldn't get an apartment, right? We're solving their anxiety problems because when you have bad credit, you're checking Credit Karma 10 times a day. That is stressful. That causes anxiety. Okay. So that's what we were doing. We were solving problems, right? Took me years to figure that out. Okay. I thought it was just credit repair and no, we're actually solving problems. Okay. So money follows solutions. All right. The sharper the pain you fix, the bigger the paycheck. Okay. So, that's why some people are able to charge these astronomical prices, right? I had a guy reach out. He's like, "Hey, man, I've been watching you for a couple years. I want you to join my mentorship." I'm like, "All right, okay, let me check him out." It was 100,000. I said, "Hey, man, I'm not. Hey, we're doing pretty good, but I invest in myself and in the company and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not ready for that. But just looking into his program, he turned six-figure, seven-figure entrepreneurs to 8 and 9 entrepreneurs, so that's why some people are able to charge, what they charge. Okay. So solve problems, not just sell products. All right. So a quick example, like don't sell websites. All right. Sell leads on autopilot through your website. All right. Sounds like the same, but it's different. All right. Common questions. What's the best free way to market my business? Ooh, that's my favorite right there. The best free way to market your business. All right. We all have a cell phone. I don't care if it's an iPhone 8 or an iPhone 20, whatever you got. You order you a little $5 stand on Amazon. Okay. You hook it up and you start talking. All right. Start talking about your product. You need to get comfortable talking about your product, seeing yourself on camera. All right. The best free way to market your business is you. Get on camera and start talking. You're going to be, I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to like your voice. Okay. You're going to be stuttering a little bit. The first couple months are going to be a little rough. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay. Going to be rough. But after a while, okay, you're going to get good at it. You're going to start, even if you start going live and stuff like that, you're going to start realizing that, oh, okay, I'm kind of good at this. Okay. So if, this topic I'm better at than this one, I need to work on this one, right? You're just putting up shots. Putting up shots. Okay. You're just getting better, reps and reps and reps. So what's the best free way to market your business? Start talking in the camera. That's your content. Okay. Now, can there be some, there's some little other things that you can do, but I think that's literally the easiest. Okay. Get on camera and start talking. you can get on Canva. You can start making sales letters and blogs and stuff like that on ChatGPT or whatever Gemini or whatever AI that you're using. But yeah, the free way, set that camera up and start talking about your business. And then Canva and all that other stuff are also good too. All right. So number 2, how do I know if feedback is real or just hate? How do I know if feedback is real or just hate? Ooh. I mean, even if it's hate, it's still feedback. Okay. So here's another thing that you'll learn, right, on your entrepreneur journey. Sometimes the haters, they be right sometimes. Okay. That their delivery is wrong, but you have to learn how to read the message, right? My dad always told me, listen to what I say, not how I say it, right? So I was sports and stuff, my sports people out there, training and all that stuff, used to really dislike your pops yelling at you all the time or your coach or whatever it is, but you have to learn to listen to what they're saying, not how they're saying it, okay? That takes a long time too. But how do you know if the feedback is real or just hate? I mean, it's really obvious to tell. So the haters will talk about stuff that has nothing to do with the business. It's like, I don't like his haircut. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? You want to fix your credit, or you're like, you can tell, you can definitely navigate the difference. But all feedback is good. Okay. All feedback is good. Okay. Number 3, what if I'm not sure what problem my product solves? What if I'm not sure what problem my product solves? Okay, so something you can do is switch places. Act like you're a client, right? Act like you're a client and you use your product. Okay. As you're using your product, you'll kind of figure out what problem it's solving. All right. So that should be a really, really quick fix. And if you're not sure what problem your product solves, you shouldn't have a product first. That's the first thing you need to figure out, right? What problem am I trying to solve? That's the first thing you need to figure out. Okay. All right, let's go straight into. All right, let's see if this works real quick.
It does now. I
King
promise.
Credit Services.
Big shout out to King Credit.
King Credit Services.
King Credit Services.
Shout out to King Credit Services.
King Credit Services, man.
Here at King Credit Services, we believe in changing lives, just like the clients you've seen. With over 150 5-star reviews, we've helped countless people take control of their financial future. Our expert team works to remove inaccurate, outdated, and unverifiable items from your credit report, boosting your score the right way. You'll get a personalized strategy, real results, and a clear path to better credit. Don't let bad credit hold you back. Take the first step today. Schedule your free consultation now.
All right, quick commercial break. I thought I had some comments over here on Facebook, but don't see them anymore. All right. No comments over here on Facebook. All right, let's jump in. Oh man, time is flying when you're having fun. All right, I gotta speed this up a little bit. We're only on number 7. Oh man. All right, but I got some extras too. Okay. All right, so number 7. Okay. Number seven. Focus beats frenzy. All right. Focus beats frenzy. All right. Stop trying to do everything. Dominate one. Okay. One niche, one offer, one audience first. Okay. You can't dominate everything all at once. From entrepreneurs, I get it. You're working on something, and then another idea pops up, and you want to do that other idea, and then another idea pops up from that other idea. So now we got 3 ideas that we're trying to knock out all at once. But here's the thing. All right. Let's say you got 100%, 100% energy. All right. That first one, right? That first one is what? Is breaking up in third. So if there's 3 ideas or 3 tasks that you're trying to do and you got, only 100%, right? 33. So you can't even give your full maximum energy to any of them because you have too many things you're trying to work on. This is definitely something that I still go through today, right? I come up with a new idea literally every single day. So Yeah, focus beats friendly. Stop frenzy. Stop trying to do everything. Dominate one niche, one offer, one audience. Once you do that, okay, once you dominate one niche, one offer, one audience, you automate it, delegate. Okay, you got a VA or your AI is running that product now, answering questions and stuff. Then you can kind of venture off. All right, but you have to master that one first, and then go ahead and go on to the next one. All right. I think what did Alex Hermosi said it. The riches are made in the niches. Okay, go deep, not wide. Right. The riches are made in niches. So I think Alex Hermosi said that. Shout out to Alex Hermosi too, man. Really, really, really great businessman. All right. Number 8. Y'all not gonna like this one. Okay. Stay broke longer. Stay broke longer. Stop spending your money on unnecessary things. All right. Don't flex too early. Reinvest your profit into what the business needs. Okay. Again, I struggle with this every day. I struggle with this every day because for entrepreneurs, it took so long for you to grow this business, and now you're starting to make some income, and you want to do all the things that you couldn't do growing up and all this stuff, but you have to stay focused. All right. You have to stay focused. All right. If you put 1,000 into ads, systems or staff, right, instead of shoes, cars, or lifestyle or something like that, it just goes so much further, right? You can only wear so many shoes and drive the car so many times, but if you put 1,000 into ads, dude, one of those ads can land you this is literally what happened. Solar company, my first solar company back in 2023, first solar partnership, they seen one of my ads. Right. I didn't even know how to run ads. I think it was on Facebook too. They said, hey, yeah, we need a credit repair company because, for solar, you have to qualify for that. And, that was kind of my first, big partnership, big check. I think I got like 10K from that one. So yeah, back then that was a lot, man. I remember jumping up and down and being super, super happy about that. But yeah, stay broke longer. All right. Number 9, learn the language of money. Learn the language of money. All right. Cash flow. Margins, all right, tax strategy, all right. What just happened over here?
See, when I thought you were saying money terms, I thought you meant moolah, Benjamin.
Make it rain.
Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Okay, yeah. That comes later. Comes later. Definitely, that comes later. So cash flow, margins, tax strategy, that type of stuff. Know your numbers. Like your kid's birthday. Ooh, that's a good one. All right. Knowing how to write off business meals and depreciate assets can save you a lot of money. Okay, a lot of money. So that's kind of where I am now, just learning, the tax write-offs and all the different things you can do. Stacking your LLCs, parent companies and trusts and all that stuff. So that's kind of where I am now in my journey, but it took a long time to get here. All right. And number 10, get comfortable with risk. Okay. I don't know an entrepreneur that's not, that's not comfortable with failing and risk and stuff like that. So if you're afraid to try new things and you have a really low risk tolerance, you need to, not everyone should be an entrepreneur, right? I think that's a huge misconception right now too. Everyone thinks they need to be an entrepreneur. I don't think that. Some people are good at, being a VP or a CEO of a company or the best salesperson, get those commissions and stuff like that. So if you don't have a high risk tolerance, being an entrepreneur, starting a business, whatever it is, restaurant, taco stand, I don't care what it is. If you don't have a high risk tolerance, man, you're already kind of behind. So calculated risk is the price of success. All right. Calculated risk is the price of success. He said no sound. There we go. Oh, let me just take that out, actually. All right, there we go. All right. Let's go. Release the product at 80%, test the market, and improve it after the launch. That's okay. Yeah, get comfortable with the risk. So how much time we got? Let me take it from the top. All right, I'm taking it from the top. Quick little review. All right, quick little review. Number 1, take full ownership. Okay, it's your business. All right. Build systems, not just hustle. Okay. You need to delegate, set up automations, SOPs, and stuff like that. All right, and all that good stuff. Play the long game. All right, you're not going to get successful overnight. Okay. Number 4, marketing is the real business. If they don't know you, they can't pay you. All right, if they don't know you, can't pay you. Man, my TikTok people saying they can't hear me. Oh man. Oh well. All right. Obsess over feedback. Okay, obsess over feedback. All feedback is good, you guys. Number 6, solve problems, not just sell products. 7, focus beats frenzy. Stop trying to do everything. Dominate one niche, one offer, one audience. Stay broke longer. All that means is we're not flexing soon we get a little change. All right, reinvest your profits into what feeds the business. Okay, learn the language of money. All right,
Not the nicknames. I just
not
realized.
not the nickname,
Not cabbage, lettuce, that dough,
cheese, that dough, that
bread.
cheese,
Yeah, that cheese.
that cheddar, mozzarella, all that stuff. No, not that one. That can come later though. when we got some money in the bank. And then 10, get comfortable with risk. Okay. Let me see. I did have some runner-ups. I think I kind of talked about them. One of my runner-ups was, you need 100 no's, right? So don't be afraid of getting told no. All right. Yeah, I think all entrepreneurs, are kind of used to failing, getting told no, right? That's what makes us better. Okay, that's what makes us better. Let me see what else I got up in here. Yeah, we don't have enough time. 2 minutes. Okay, we don't have enough time to talk about that other stuff. All right, man. For closing, okay, we kind of just did a quick review. But for closing, if you like these topics, if you like what I'm saying, please make sure you check out the podcast, Financial Freedom Hour with Louis Bland. We're on Apple, Spotify, everywhere you listen to podcasts. Make sure you follow me on all platforms at King Credit Services, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, all that good stuff. If you need help with credit, budgeting, business funding, anything like that, you can go to kingcreditservices.com or you can reach out at 844-689-0199. And we're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 to noon p.m. And lastly, if you want to sponsor the show, okay, reach out to me directly. Contact at kingcreditservices.com. Again, I'm Louis. This is Financial Freedom Hour here at The Answer, here every Saturday, 1 to 2 p.m. This is another great show. You guys be safe out there. Drive safe. And I will see you next week. See ya.